Attract A-list clients, partners, and colleagues. Attend A-list events and activities. Become A-list. That's what this video is about. Hello, my name is Andre Taylor, and I advise luxury brands large and small on marketing and business growth. I also share ideas on prosperity and premier living. As you can imagine, my work and these topics have me focused and interacting with an A-list. I'm often asked about this, and in this video, I'm going to share with you how to attract and become a member of the A-list. Now, if you like this topic, make sure you stay to the end because I have a gift that I'm going to share with you that will give you even more than I'm sharing during this video. Many people desire A-list clients or want to become a member of the A-list, but have no idea how to do this. Well, I happen to have stumbled upon something early in my career that has enabled me to interact with the best of the best and to be considered in my category a member of the A-list. I should start by defining A-list. We all know names in entertainment or sports, business, and politics that universally are considered A-list. But what does that mean? Well, it's the most accomplished. It's the most talked about. It's the high performers, the elite, the upper echelon, the privileged. It's those individuals who set the standard for their category. There are A-list in a broad category, for example, in Hollywood, but there are also A-lists in your profession, in your industry, in your city, and in your state. Aligning with the A-list and becoming A-list means better opportunities, better income, higher visibility, and frankly, more respect. It's almost like being in an express elevator, rising to the top of a spectacular building where all of the scenic views are. In a small town, the A-list is likely to be a family with a name and long-standing history in the area. And in a city, it's likely to be someone who wields power in a particular industry. They get things done, they make things happen, they know people, they have recognizable names. They're innovators, or they're part of the establishment. Whatever the case, they are the people that everyone looks to in their category. Magazines like Forbes rank the A-list in certain categories. Certainly you've seen the richest people in America. You've seen the richest celebrities. You've seen people in certain industries highlighted. It's a sign that the top people are always being ranked, are always being analyzed. I'm sure in your profession, there are lists published where the most successful, the people who are making the most impact are ranked and profiled. So why is this discussion of the A-list important? Well, if you're selling something that is exceptional, or you offer something that requires good taste or a major financial commitment, you certainly want to be connected to someone A-list. And I'm often asked, how does one do that? Now, it helps if you can define yourself as A-list, and we're going to talk a little bit about that. But before we talk more about defining, I'm hoping that you will define this channel as A-list by making sure that you subscribe, like, comment, and share this video. Now, more about being A-list. It takes a certain intentionality to become A-list. Now, it's not that someone calls themselves A-list, but they know if they're A-list, and the people around them know if they're A-list, because they know what impact you're having on the industry. They know what power you have, and they know whether you have the capacity to get things done, whether people look to you for your opinion, your perspective, and whether you are someone that's influential in your category. Not knowing how to gain A-list status or being unwilling to apply the skills necessary and do the work necessary means that you will find yourself in a dead-end situation if you are dealing with some kind of disruption in your career. And if you're selling a product or service, or trying to build a business, or engaged in an industry, and you need to have the right people connected to you, you don't want people who are C-list or D-list. You want people who are A-list. The question is, will they work with you? Well, they will work with you if you are a person that they look at as being A-list. Now, it used to be frowned upon when it was discovered that someone was a social climber. But the not so secret is that those who are A-list have engineered it. They have been intentional. They decided that they were going to be in that position. They focus on it, they work at it, and they get there. Now you may wonder, how do they do that? Well, they do that with great strategy, with great maneuvers, and they work hard at it. These individuals and professionals become so immersed in what they're doing that often they don't realize that they've reached that status until someone calls on them for their help, or someone wants their advice, or someone wants their involvement. It's exciting when you realize that because of your work and because of your commitment, you have reached a certain status. And not only that, you are perceived as A-list. People know that you are a go-to person. I can recall moving to an exclusive neighborhood, and soon after moving into this neighborhood, the neighbors were knocking on the door, bringing me gifts. Someone brought me a cake. Another neighbor came and introduced himself and his family. And a week or two later, I was invited to a party at someone's home. It was a beautiful home sitting on the golf course in the neighborhood. Now, there's a reason why people did this. They did this because their perception was that I was a member of the club. Now, trust me, they had conversations about me and what I did, and they observed me, and they came to some conclusions. And one of the reasons why I was invited was because they wanted to confirm things. I even remember someone during the party saying to me, "You're not even 40. You live in this neighborhood and you've done this, that, and the other." It was a very telltale comment about how I was being evaluated. Now, he was right. Living in that neighborhood said something about me. This brings me to the point that being A-list, it's not necessarily about education or income or wealth, even though wealth can be a path. More importantly, it's about status that has been acquired and perceived. My neighbors knew nothing about me really, but what they perceived was status. Now, status in our society comes in many different ways. And what's interesting about status is there are lots of opportunities that most people have in their life to acquire status. There are also people who acquire status who don't realize that they have status, and they squander status. For example, I have seen Broadway performers, people performing in Broadway theaters, playing roles in productions, squander their status by looking at themselves and thinking of themselves as ordinary. Now, they have status because of their talent and because of the perception of who they are and what that means being on that stage in New York on Broadway. But often you will find individuals like that, because of their own perception, squander that status. They will minimize it. They will dress down. They will not perceive themselves the way others perceive them. It reminds me of seeing a well-known Hollywood celebrity one morning about 6 a.m. in an airport here in New York. And when I looked at this person, well-known celebrity, this person looked like a movie star. And I think it was an indicator that this person understood that their status was tied to their presence, their appearance, their dress, their demeanor. And they recognize that being a movie star in public is important, because it might lead to their next big opportunity. And it also reinforces the status they have with fans. Now, what this points to is the importance of maintaining your status and identity in your mind. Now, to some people, that might seem delusional, but it's not delusional at all. In fact, it's the most important place for you to be A-list. If you can maintain that status in your mind, it will cause you to make the right decisions. It will cause you to decide to look a certain way, be a certain way, conduct yourself a certain way. And you will be in a much better position to meet other A-listers and to be defined A-list yourself. Let me give you a few steps on your path to A-list status.
Number 1, decide you will be A-list. Understand the A-list is playing a different game. Number 2, define what capabilities or qualities will make you A-list and go to work on it. Number 3, recognize the committed nature of an A-list person to the work they do and being unquestionably the best. Number 4, understand the nature of being A-list is being ranked. So what aspect of what you do and what you focus on should you make sure you rank exceptionally in? Number 5, be visible to the right people and organizations. Most A-listers are not trying to be seen by the people many are striving to be seen by. They know who matters, and they make strategic decisions about their visibility. They are visible, but there's a reason they do what they do.
Now, my gift to you. If this topic interests you, I have a lot more that I want to share with you. I want to tell you more about how to connect with A-list people and how to become A-list. I put a link in the description and comment section of this video. Go to that link and you will find more information at that link about becoming A-list and connecting with A-list. Now, take a look at this video.